Okay, beautiful people, you're welcome to Inside Boxing on Hotsports, and I've got my usual boxing pundit here, Bola Yene. How you doing, man? Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Happy New Year, by the way.
Same
Happy
to you.
New Year. You believe in resolutions? I asked the guys earlier, do you believe in resolutions?
No,
You don't? Why?
because I feel
They
like,
never come through?
not really. I feel like resolutions are just a way to procrastinate. Like, why not start now if you're gonna change something?
So let's start now. Let's start by talking some beautiful boxing. And the calendar starts quite early in boxing because in January 19, but before we even go into 2019 fight, your peak of the pack for 2018, I remember you were telling me that it was Canelo.
Yes,
And interestingly, Canelo will also be in a probable fight that would happen, you know, this year. Let's talk about what will happen before we talk about what could happen. What would happen is the fact that on 19th January, the WBA regular welterweight title will be fought for between Manny Pacquiao and Adrian Broner. How do you want to call this?
I feel this is most likely going to be a decision win for Manny Pacquiao. Ever since he lost to Mayweather, he's kind of had a career resurgence. He won the title against Lucas Metisi by knocking him out. And Adrian Broner, who before, people used to call him Mayweather's protege because he fights like Mayweather to a very certain degree. And him and Mayweather also have a very close relationship. He's a 4th division champion, funny enough. I just want to put that out because he's fighting in his 5th division now. And unfortunately, he has struggled a lot. He was undefeated before he came to the welterweight division, which is the division they're fighting for the belt, for Manny Pacquiao's WBA belt now. And he lost against Maidana. He lost against Sean Porter. He lost against Mikey Garcia, who actually was coming up from weight as well, and he had a split decision win over Adrian Granados.
He's been struggling.
He's been struggling a lot. So I don't see him changing that against Manny Pacquiao.
But then again, you're saying it could be a decision result. Don't you see a knockout coming off anyway?
I don't think so because he's
got conditioning, great conditioning.
He's got great conditioning. He's got a very good chin. He fought Marcos Maidana, who's everyone knows is a massive puncher. He got knocked down twice, but he still pulled the win away. And he hasn't shown. He's shown to be able to, how do you say, lose gracefully. So I feel like, and Manny Pacquiao hasn't shown the power he's shown in his younger years. And I feel like even if he gets hurt, I feel like he'll be able to compose himself. The new division seems to be a big problem for Adrian Broner. Big problem. Even the funny enough, that's his nickname.
All right, so while Adrian Broner's nickname happens to be the problem, a man that has a good and bad problem at this time has to be the next bout that's happening on the 16th day of March in 2019. I'm talking about Errol Spence Jr., who would lace his gloves against Mikey Garcia, a 4th division champion. Errol Spence, Bola, is quite interesting. Somebody can be too good.
Yes, absolutely so. And I feel like that's the problem that Errol Spence has. That's the problem that Mayweather also had in the past, and to the sense that you are so good that people start to doubt the caliber of your opponents. But I feel like Errol Spence's problem is that no one wants to fight him.
We saw him, you know, he actually fought recently, and he's a 1 division champion.
He's a 1 division champion.
And then we discovered that even the guy he took the belt from, probably retained it from, was actually a little bit cut aback. He doesn't want to fight him in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, it's that point where it's, you know, when you're
what makes
young,
him so different? What does he bring to the table, really?
His fundamentals are excellent. He's a southpaw and he's got a lot of power. The guy who he beat, who collected the belt from, Kell Brook, he actually broke his eye socket. His fundamentals are excellent.
I don't want my eye sockets being broken, really. But let's talk about some probable fights that could set 2019 alive. A lot of people feel if something should end in a draw, we deserve to see a repeat. So that's Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Part 2.
Yeah.
You thinking that could happen?
I feel like it's very likely to happen because, like you said, if it ends in a draw and there's no winner, then it might as well not have happened. So why not run it back for the fans? I run it back to show who is actually the better boxer. So
let's remove our magic box or something. Which you think would win if I thought there's a repeat of this?
I honestly believe that's Tyson Fury's fight to win all day long. Or 10 times out of 10.
So let's look at another probable fight this time around. It's now the winner. A lot of people are saying they want to see, it was an internal conversation. Will we or will we not see Anthony Joshua take to the ring against Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury? Now, there's a probability that this could happen in 2019.
I feel like in 2019, at this point, it's Joshua has to fight one of them. Unless both of them retire, he has to fight one of them because one of the talking points was that him and his camp and Wilder's camp could not come to an agreement. And then Tyson Fury came and he's fought Wilder now. So that excuse kind of almost seems flimsy. So I feel like it's something that has to happen. I feel like he also has the confidence. And with Joshua, I don't feel like Joshua is scared to fight them. I feel like his manager doesn't really want him fighting them, because right now Joshua is bringing in so much money, and if he loses some of that star power. That also means he loses some of that money. But I feel like at this point, it's going to happen.
All right, you'll be watching Inside Boxing on Hotspot here. Of course, we've got Bola Tito, Rilwan Oyenei, the boxing pundit in the house. But before we go, Bola, Canelo Saul Alvarez, he was your man in 2018. You clearly said he was a best boxer in 2018. Now, he's going to be facing, he could, in a probable fight, be facing Daniel Jacobs, who is these days the miracle man. You think Jacobs can actually pull another miracle over Saul?
Yes, I believe it's possible. And a little bit of backstory. The reason why he's called the miracle man is because he had cancer. He had a form of bone cancer in 2011. And a lot of doctors said he'd never walk again. But now he's a two-time middleweight champion. And he's the kind of fighter that gives people like Canelo problems, because he's very big for the middleweight division, and his boxing is very good. He's very slick, and he can fight in both stances equally well, and he tends to do that a lot of the time. And even ESPN says that this is the next guy for Canelo to fight. So I feel like it'd be very interesting to see how they match up well with each other. And it's a pick-em fight. It's hard to choose between the both of them.
All right, it's been phenomenal as usual talking boxing with you, Bolaji. So we'll do this sometime very, very soon.
Thank you very much for having me.
And Happy New Year.
Same to you.
All right, so what's your wish for the new year? You want something? A new car, a new house, a new TV set, a new sneakers? You like sneakers. A new watch? What's your New Year dream?
I don't know.
You want to buy a new state?
Maybe.
All right, guys, we hope that you've thoroughly enjoyed Inside Boxing here on Hotsports. If you've done, please do well to join us again on Hotsports, even as the show continues. Stick around.